CBS News Miami's Jim DeFede joins us with some analysis on what's next and the impact this might have in Florida and beyond.
Yeah, Jim, certainly no surprise that DeSantis has his sights set on the White House, right?
No, but let's talk for a second about this Twitter launch. You know, when I heard about it, last couple of days, I thought, oh, this is brilliant. He'll be on, it'll be a good video feed. He'll be able to have Elon Musk next to him. But this did not go the way he wanted it to go. They were at least 20, 25 minutes late. They had technical problems. It was rocky, and it's audio only. And there is a lot about Ron DeSantis that people can like, but I will tell you, his speaking voice is not. It's not the best way to sort of deliver his remarks is over audio only. And I'll make one last point. Elon Musk introduced him by talking about how he thought it was refreshing that a candidate would come on and not read a prepared speech. And Ron DeSantis came on and for 6 or 7 minutes read a prepared speech. So again, I think you're going to see a lot of headlines that are going to be sort of critical. If this was the launch and the bump that he wanted to reset his campaign, I think this is going to be known as failure to launch as opposed to getting out of the starting gates early.
All right, Jim, let's talk a little bit about his campaign. Do you think DeSantis will run to the right of Donald Trump? I know he's very conservative on the issue of abortion, for example.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out a lane that skirts Donald Trump, probably goes to the right of him. Certainly some of the legislation, as you pointed out, the abortion bill, the 6-week abortion ban in Florida, that is to the right. A lot of the things that he's done is even to the right of Donald Trump. I'm not sure there's a lot of space there, but he's trying to find it. Again, the challenge for Ron DeSantis is he wants to get those Trump voters over to him by telling them he can win, whereas Donald Trump can't. But you have to realize so many of those Trump supporters believe Donald Trump won in 2020, even though he didn't, and believe he can win again. So it's a really tricky thing. Ron DeSantis is pretty much every Trump voter's number 2 choice. So if somehow he can get Donald Trump out of the way, he'd be in a good position. But right now, I don't see the path as how he's going to do that, short of Donald Trump being hauled off in handcuffs and sent to prison.
All right, Jim DeFede, thank you as always for your insight. This is going to be a long road ahead that's just getting started. Thanks, Jim.